This is the mayor of Blacktown. Today is Monday, March 25th, 2013. I just got through watching a very good video by Big BKL, the Great. I'm going to put the link to this excellent video on his YouTube channel. It's called The Black Man Must Stake His Claim. The Black Man Must Stake His Claim. The video is very well edited, very well researched, very well compiled, very well presented, very well put together. And of course, you hear me say this a lot, that black men, we must show our genius in something besides music and sports, something besides running, jumping, singing, and dancing. And of course, there is a historical reason why black men have excelled at entertainment. And it goes back to slavery, it goes back to all that we have been through. Sports, of course, was the only area where a black man would be treated fairly because everything was equal. Yeah. White men could not cheat black men in sports the way black men have been cheated at everything else. And of course, like I have said in hundreds of videos, feminism was one of those incidents in which black men have been cheated. And of course, now we are seeing the fruits of that long legacy of black men having been cheated, like I always say, like Satan went to Eve. Yep, like Satan went to Eve and told her she was a liberated, independent, feminist diva, blah, 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 blah. And these hypocritical black churches, they don't even preach the story of Adam and Eve right. See, let me say this, and I've said it before and it bears repeating. If the black church would preach the story of Adam and Eve right, the first story on the first page about the first man, Adam, the black community would be all right. Yeah. But we know the black church is only continuing the tradition of slavery. Yeah, it's very well documented. And that's, of course, the beauty of our crusade to expose feminism and all of the Judas type people that have and that are betraying black men. And when we look at the school shootings and subsequent school closings in Chicago, all hell is breaking loose. And of course, the numerous corrupt politicians in the black community that are continuing to be exposed, Kwame Kilpatrick, that imbecile in Detroit, Jesse Jackson Jr. in Chicago, the Pittsburgh police chief I just read about, he was indicted for stealing some money. Very well established pattern of betrayal. But at the top of that list is feminism. Yeah, black women accepted feminism, and feminism did indeed empower them. Yet what have black women done with their vast power? They claim that they are looking for Prince Charming, that they can't find their knight in shining armor. Well, your knights in shining armor, black woman, were the strong black men in the 1960s who were standing their ground and dying with their boots on, and they were heroic, and they were showing their valor and their heroism. So how dare you not acknowledge and affirm black men? So we're dealing with absolute witchcraft, like I've been saying in hundreds of videos that I don't make anymore because it's time for someone else to do this. And Big BK has absolutely, especially with this latest video, he's passed the torch. Yeah, and more black men need to understand that you're in an agenda war, and it's really culminated with this rise in every time we turn on the news, TV, radio, television, we are hearing something about the gay marriage and the gay lifestyle, blah, 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 blah. It's insanity. Yet, like I always say, feminism is when this alternative lifestyle insanity started. Yep. There it is right there, the March 3rd, 2003 issue of Newsweek that I show in every video, because that magazine, which came out in 2003, it absolutely shut my critics' mouths. It was an absolute revelation from God. Yeah. Yep. There it is. I remember there was another magazine cover in 1998, Time magazine. Is feminism dead? Yeah, that shut my critics' mouths when I first started the website blacktown.net. And, you know, every time somebody criticized me, something would happen, just absolutely spectacular revelation or manifestation that serves to prove why I've been on this crusade. And at the top of that list is that right there, that March 3rd, 2003 issue of Newsweek. Yep, every black man should have that hanging in his room. Yep, big poster, because it proves and it justifies why it's time for us to launch our men's movement, our gender agenda for men only, hetero men. This is Women's History Month, March. Now, can you believe that? Yet the only thing that we've been hearing in the media black women talk about are women's issues, which shows you're not a leader, black woman, because a leader is concerned with everybody. What kind of leader sits up and talks about they can't find good men? Duh! That contradicts the fact that you're a leader. Black women have been in the media, been on ABC News Nightline with the Steve Harvey, his town hall meeting about why can't successful black women find good black men. I mean, it's just retarded. It's ridiculous. Maybe if you complain about black boys wearing sagging pants, you'd have good black men for your daughters to marry. So the point is this. Nature is finally taking its course. The evidence is absolutely overwhelming. The purpose of this very, very, very quick video was supposed to be shorter than the 7 minutes that I'm at now. It was just to say, I want everybody to watch this video that I just watched by Big BK. Big BK L the Great. The Black Man Must Stake His Claim. It's a very, very good video. Very well produced, very well researched, because it cites black history. And one thing that annoys me and somewhat angers me is when black people don't quote their history. Very well documented history. Yeah, very well documented history. We have the Civil Rights Movement, the Black Power era, our achievements and our accomplishments in sports, all of the insane, corrupt black politicians that are just everywhere. Just one revelation after another. In other words, I don't want to just hear your opinion. When I talk facts. And there it is right there. The March 3rd, 2003 issue of Newsweek. That's a fact that crushed my critics' mouths like an atomic bomb. Yeah. So more black men are finally, however slowly, waking up to that we're in a gender war. Yeah, this is major. And some of you all, I hear people say, well, you know, black people can't get along and black on black crime. What do you call it when white people fight white people? You don't call that white on white crime. And nobody has been as violent as white people. And black people, the reason we're on the bottom is because we haven't been violent with ourselves. We haven't had civil wars like every race on this earth has had and is having as we speak. Look at North Korea and South Korea. Look at a lot of the gang wars going on in Mexico. And of course, we see America has sought to keep the United States united by having a civil war to end slavery. The southern states wanted to absolutely, what they call, succeed from the Union. In other words, they wanted to form another country. Yeah, and of course, now we see Hispanics have already declared they're going to take over America. And they're going to take back the states that America took from them in the Mexican-American War. You all remember the battle cry, remember the Alamo. All of this goes back to the Mexican-American War. And like I always say, and it deserves to be repeated, America was founded because white people didn't get along in Europe. And now we see America is getting ready to, is divided. It's being divided. And sadly, black men have been scratching his head because he's been clueless that he's in a gender war of words. Yep, Satan done took the black woman after black men finally claimed that black woman in the 1960s. Yep. You all remember the song by James Brown, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. We were wearing the afro, and of course, John Carlos and Tommy Smith gave the Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. So, and of course, the Black Panthers, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, Fred Hampton, Mark Clark in Chicago, black men were standing their ground for the first time in history. Malcolm X, he started it. Malcolm X realized dressing up and being clean cut and covering your women up didn't mean a damn thing, because the racist police shot some black Muslims out in California. So, you can't talk about Malcolm X without talking about the black Muslims that were shot by the racist police in California. And matter of fact, they were handcuffed. You do a research on it. It's right there. And see, like I said, that annoys me when black people don't know their damn history, but we will quote some Bible. We got that real bad. We will quote some Bible and believe it like it's the literal truth instead of something that's prone to interpretation. Now, I talk about the story of Adam and Eve and how Satan went to Eve, but that's a literal fact. That's not prone to interpretation, because we see how Satan is using the black woman by telling her that she's a strong, liberated, independent woman, blah, 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 blah. There it is right there. See, I can prove everything I say. So the men's movement is growing. This gender war of words is, in many ways, is escalating, but quite frankly, there'll always be this tug of war. Every man on earth has to protect his woman, his territory, his community. We see out in, Compton, the Mexican gangs shut down the Crips and the Bloods. See, these black boys, you think you get a gun and you think you Al Capone. There are real gangsters out here. There are real mafias out here. And they don't play that silliness, black man. Matter of fact, black boy. And that's what we're dealing with. That's what's wrong with the black community. These boys who are raised by these single moms. Which is further proof of the failure of feminism. Black women, you can't even raise a man. And that's for a lot of different reasons. At the top of that list, Satan keeps filling your head with these lies. The black church, they can help these single moms raise these black boys into manhood. But the black church was intended to keep black people enslaved. I'm going to end this video at 14 minutes. All the strong black men, let me hear you say it again. Amen.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, 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 to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary. By any means necessary. By any means